It's too bright. Oh my gosh. My thumbnail. My neighbors think I'm insane, probably. Hello! Welcome back to my channel. Back with another video, but also with better quality because I have a ring light. I asked you guys in one of my previous videos if you would like to see a plant tour, and I got one person who told me they wanted to see a plant tour. Shout out to you, Amy. Thank you so much for watching and supporting my videos. So, in today's video, I'm going to be showing you my plants, and there's a lot of them, so brace yourself. Go get a snack. It's going to be a long video because I have a lot of plants. Before I get started, please, if you're not already subscribed, please subscribe to my channel. There's about 60% of you that watch my videos but don't subscribe, which I get it. If you don't know how to use YouTube, personally message me. I will show you, because it would make a big, huge difference when it comes to getting promoted by YouTube itself. So a subscribe means a lot. And yeah, let's get started. If you've watched any of my other videos, you can see that I have a lot of plants in my room. Back in May, I redid my whole room, switched from carpet to laminated flooring. And so now that I have an area that I can actually clean up, I can have plants in here, especially because I have an east-facing window. East-facing windows get the best lighting because it's not too bright, it's not too shaded all day, it just exceptional. Yeah, it's almost like wrong not to have plants when you have the lighting for it. So many people who would want plants don't have adequate lighting in their places. So it's really a privilege to have these plants in my life, and since I've had them, I've mentioned in my other video, but I'm going to briefly touch on it here. They've taught me a lot of different things that have to do with like responsibility and nurturing, caring for another living thing, right? But also in general, just like the beauty of nature. It's just having something that's living and you taking care of it, right? I'm talking about this like they're children, but honestly, they are my children. So all in all, plants are magical. They are healing to me. And I'm personally really enjoying the journey of nurturing and caring for plants. I am super happy to be showing you my plants today. Okay, let's begin. The first plant I want to show you guys is my golden pothos.
Here she is.
This beauty was actually the first plant I got ever. She's the first plant I had, and she was kind of what inspired me to get more plants because she was so easy to take care of and grew so fast. Yeah, if you are new to plants, this is probably the best plant to own because they are just so easy to take care of. Really, like, she does not ask for much. As far as lighting goes, you can put her almost anywhere and she'll survive. Okay, so after I got her, this is my
Teddy bear
vine. So my
teddy bear
vine is about, oh my god. Every time I bring her down, that happens, so I'm gonna stop doing that. Yeah, she was one of the second plants I got. When I got her, I remember that I wanted to put her like far from the window, but then I realized she actually does really well in direct sunlight or bright light in general because she grows so long. So like all of this in 2 months too. Like this, she basically was like close to the top brim, and this is how much she's grown since then. And she just keeps going. Like, she's really doing her thing really well. If you touch it, it's fuzzy, it's really soft. Just got so intrigued by her color and her texture. Oh my goodness, when I tell you, trigger warning, if any of you get like really creeped out by spiders, you might not want to watch this because this plant kind of looks like a spider. Really up close, it has a bunch of really soft spider-leggy texture that is kind of freaky. Like, it's a fuzzy plant. This ivy behind me, I'm not going to talk much about it because there's a whole video on how you can make your own. There's more on that in the video, so go and watch that if you haven't already. Anyways, this is the Heartleaf philodendron. She is a beautiful, variegated, just lovely trailing plant that I kept in its original pot, and I put it in this white pot that actually broke, and I ended up just fixing it by gluing it together. And this I got at Kohl's, and it's actually a candle holder, but it's the perfect size for a pot. She is really easy to take care of. You water her about once a week, and she's supposed to really grow. So I'm hoping. She's pretty new, so we'll see how well it goes. Next we have this elephant bush is succulent, and it actually has grown quite a lot since I got it. It was just a very small plant that was probably the size of my hand, and it's just grown. And I don't know why it grew horizontally like this, but I don't hate it. I kind of really like it, and it gets great exposure right in front of the window all day to a lot of sunlight. And yeah, these are very thick branches that are actually supposed to grow almost like a tree-like thick branch eventually. So it's supposed to trail down as well. As you can tell, I like trailing plants. That's sort of the theme here, is the plants I like to trail, because it gives the home a whole other look. You don't even need decorations. You can just have trailing plants and they fill a whole wall. I love it. So next we have my zebra plant. She's actually completely variegated from way bigger one that we have in our kitchen, and I just cut off a bunch of pieces from the bottom, propagated it. It takes about 2 weeks to propagate really nice roots, and I put it in this little hanging pot. It's doing so well. I'm so happy because these were probably half the size when I put them in water. It's grown so much in like 2 weeks, so this plant's supposed to be really abundant when you give it the proper care it deserves. So it needs a lot of watering. It's usually like every 3 days that I have to water it, but she just grows so well, and I love also her colors. They're so vibrant and beautiful. I'm gonna do the pepperoni plant next. I don't even know if I'm saying this right. You know what, I'm just gonna put the name here. It's like pepperominia. The pepperoni plant. I call it the pepperoni plant because it looks like a pepperoni. This is a Chinese money plant. It's got 2 little babies coming on the way. So cute. I also kept it in its original nursery pot, and I just got this other pot to put inside. And I like that it was circular because it matches the rest of the circular look of the plant. And this one is really easy to take care of, although sometimes it does droop a little, and it concerns me if I'm taking care of it properly, but I'm pretty sure it's just if it goes through its spikes, where if it's not watered, it needs to be watered. You can tell by the way it droops, and then it'll just perk right back up. And yeah, this Chinese money plant, apparently it was really popular, and I didn't even know that when I got it and I was researching how to take care of it. It's a very popular plant, and it used to be really expensive because it wouldn't come to the United States, but now it does, and it's not that expensive. And if you can get your hands on one, I really recommend it because they are, I don't know, they're so unique, right? They look like a UFO, like aliens on top of a UFO, and they're just like... Yeah, let's talk about plants that are not doing so well. So we talked about my pothos, my golden pothos at the very beginning. Because she did so well, I wanted another pothos, and I got so lucky to find this beauty. She is a marble queen pothos, and look at that variegation, look at that color. Oh my gosh, it's delicious, it's gorgeous, and she's been quite hard to take care of, I'm not gonna lie. See, even in here, look, there's a yellow leaf. I don't know what is going on, if I'm overwatering, if I'm underwatering, if it's too much sun, too little sun. I have no idea, because I've tried everything, and at this point, like, every single week I find something wrong with it. When I had it closer to the window, the leaves would burn. When I have it far from the window, now the leaves are turning yellow, so I don't get it. Someone help me. If someone has one of these and knows what to do with them. I don't know if it's something I'm doing or if it's something in the roots, if there's a bug in there. It came with this ceramic pot where I bought it, and also in its original nursery pot. and so I just kept it in there, and I don't know, I never leave it sitting in water. I don't know what to tell you, but it might just be this one. It might not be all of them. So if you can get your hands on one and find out how to take care of it properly, it's a beautiful plant. And now we're gonna go to my other plant that's not doing too hot. This is my dumb cane, which I would not personally choose that name, but that is the scientific plant community name that has been given to it. And I got this about a month ago, and I don't know what's happening, why. Also, it's got these yellow leaves, and that's not the first yellow leaves it's had. I've already taken out the other ones, but the rest are so luscious and doing so well. So basically, this one is supposed to be an easy plant, but it has not proven to be. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Again, if you've had this and know, and could please let me know. It could just be the roots. It could be it's just not found its right home. Next we have the asparagus fern. Beautifully growing. This plant's probably one of the easiest, and if you can get this in like a hanging pot, I recommend that, because I kind of regret repotting it in a ceramic pot just because it's so heavy and the plant itself is so light, whereas the pot, all the soil is so heavy. However, it's doing really well. As you can see here, it's just so lively and green, and it's so easy to take care of. I water this twice a month, fertilize like once a month. I don't know what to tell you, what else to tell you. It's just the perfect, like, great everyday house plant. Everyday house plant. What am I talking about? Like, it's just a great everyday house plant. No, it's a great plant that I think everyone should own, because it adds a lot to your area. You can just have that and that's it. Minimalism 101, just buy a whole bunch of plants. You're welcome. And then my best one yet is my baby, my orchid. So this orchid I actually brought home from my office. Once quarantine started, I brought it home, and this was an orchid that was bought last year. My coworker actually repotted it into a really nice pot that has a lot of drainage holes, and when I got it, it was just these leaves. Like, when I brought it home, it was just these leaves, and a little tiny thing was growing. Like, this stem was all the way down here and I couldn't even see it, and then all of a sudden I watered it once a week, gave it orchid plant food, and cleaned off the leaves, right, to promote photosynthesis. I honestly, those were the top 3 things I did, and the watering method was because of the proper drainage holes. I filled up water, like a whole pot of water, and you dunk it in there for 1 minute, and then you let it drain, and then I've been keeping it in this little basket just because it's cute. It just bloomed. It just bloomed recently. And that was with 2 months of care. So once these die, I'm guessing hopefully maybe it'll rebloom. It might go a whole year without reblooming. I don't know, because you know, the spring and summer is when plants like to bloom. I don't know, I'll let you know. But even just getting it to rebloom once, I am so happy. So yeah, there's my orchid. Okay, now we're going on to the bigger plants. So I finally got the it plant that everybody owns and likes and wants in their house, and I got it because it was on sale and your girl likes a good deal, and it was the Monstera deliciosa. Monstera deliciosa. It's gorgeous, like the leaves are. The rest of them in this pot are kind of baby-ish. Like, they're still coming in, so that's kind of what it's supposed to look. And then it says that with time, that's how the leaves, when they start getting bigger, they'll kind of have a little rip in them, and that's how they'll form these gorgeous like leaves that are just beautiful. And that's its newest leaf coming in. It's so cute. I love new leaves because they're little babies that just start to like unravel. And so this one so far has been really easy to take care of. I just keep it at a good distance from the window where it's not super in the light, but it gets enough light all throughout the day, and so far it's been doing great. I keep it in the same location as this one. Is this a thumbnail? Oh my god, is this my thumbnail? Okay, sorry. Okay, so this one I brought home from my office. It actually lost a couple leaves when I came home, that I ended up just being really sad about, but since then two new ones have grown in, so I'm not even that mad. God, what is the name of this one? I don't remember the name of it. Hope. I know it's called the hope plant, but I don't remember the scientific name because it's super hard to pronounce, but I'll put it up here. Anyways, this plant has been really good at growing, and it kind of tends to flop and go everywhere when you don't kind of properly position it, but all it takes is kind of moving it around every once in a while so that the leaves, so that the stems don't start drooping so much. I kind of just let it do its thing, and it's doing great. So when my office went into quarantine, nobody was taking care of them for about 2 months, so some of the leaves started to kind of like get this yellow tip, but since bringing them home, they've begun to get back their original super green vibrant color. These bigger leaves, it's really vital that you clean their leaves a lot because that promotes the photosynthesis from taking place. I don't know, I failed every science class I've ever taken in life, but I am not failing at the science of plants yet. Okay, so besides that, this succulent arrangement, all of these came together when I got them, except for this front one right here. This one's new. Basically, it's a lot of echeverias, and there's a snake plant in here, there's a ghost plant, and it came with these little greenery leaves around as well. It's beautiful. It blooms so well. It's right next to my window, so we get such good lighting. Look how pretty. Yeah, it's doing pretty well. So, however, it does lose a lot of leaves every once in a while, like especially down here, because that part doesn't really get much sun, unfortunately. And because they are reaching for the sunlight, they are starting to get a little bit leggy with the branches. So I'm gonna have to probably, I mean, I kind of like the look of it, but apparently it's not that good for them. They might end up dying, so I'm going to probably have to repot them. And then these succulents are also a jade plant and a ghost plant put together, which the watering schedule is not the same for both, but I didn't know. So as you can see, these two here are the closest to the window, so they get the most light, and that's why they're so leggy, because plants tend to grow towards the light and the rest are just chilling like villains down here. I potted it into this ceramic pot because I thought it was pretty, and it has nice drainage at the bottom that you can just spill over. Don't let any of your plants sit in water. That's another tip that I've learned. I think that's it. Oh, I have my little ones in the windowsill. Let me get those. Okay, last but not least, I have my little tiny succulents. And so I have a zebra plant, an aloe vera plant. This is a snake plant that just got watered today because it was starting to dry up. Yikes. Another little ghost plant that I repotted in here because I didn't have any home. And then that's it. I have a propagation station that I have in my room, but unfortunately I don't have enough long plants yet. So hopefully in like a few months some of these plants are going to start growing. The propagation station, I've used it for my marble pothos that I ended up making this little tiny plant from it. That is it. I just wanted to say thank you so much again for watching this video, for any of my videos. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you have any suggestions for the type of content that you would like me to create, please let me know down in the comment section. I hope everyone's safe, happy, and as always, leading with love. Thank you so much for watching.